Today we're going to study rainforest insects and create our very own model magic insect. You're going to be able to research what insect you want to use. I want you to study the shapes, lines, and textures of your insects, and you will be able to recreate this insect using fluffy model magic. All right, we're going to get ready to make our rainforest insects. We have a pack of model magic here. We'll cut that off, open it up. This is like fluffy marshmallows, but I want you to research your bug and decide what kind of bug you want to make. And then I'm going to show you a few different techniques. All right, when we work with clay, we can make a few things. The first thing we can make is a slab, and that is a flat piece of clay. So you could use this slab for perhaps butterfly wings that you can pull and stretch out. You could use the slab for a shell of a beetle and have it a little hollow so you save some space. So we have our slab. The next thing we can do is make a sphere. A sphere is a circle form. It's round. You can make these for centipede bodies that are going to connect together. When you just put the model magic next to each other, they just stick. And the last thing you can do is make a coil. A coil is like a snake. You roll it, and you can get your coil. You can spiral this. You could cut it. If you roll a coil and you want to cut in half, you can just go ahead and cut it like that. A lot of different techniques you can use. So now that you know slab, sphere, and coil, look at your insect and decide what clay techniques you can use to build your insect. I love those big butterflies. So if I was doing a butterfly, I'd start with that abdomen. I think they have a thorax, abdomen, and there might be one other part. But I know that it goes to a point, so I'll roll that to a point. I can stick these together. If I wanted to get some texture on my body, you will have a toothpick. You can press this in to your model magic to get your texture. The wings, I need 4 of them, so I'm going to divide this clay into 4 sections. I'm going to use slabs for those techniques. So I'm going to pull out my wing shape. I know they're kind of symmetrical, so I'll try to get them the same kind of size and shape. When I add it to my body, I can further play with it. If you mess up and you want to start over, you can just pull everything apart and smush it up and start over. Overnight this will dry, so it's going to be like a stale marshmallow. This one's going to be a little big, so I'll have a little extra. I could use these for little eyeballs, make little spheres. I'm also going to give you some pipe cleaners. So if you want to use your pipe cleaner as an antenna or legs, think of all the different types of lines you know. Spiral, zigzag, what kind of lines should you use? I can go ahead and just tuck that in there. I'll also have googly eyes. If you want to add some googly eyes, I would just use a little bit of glue to get them to stick. So you'll have a little Q-tip here. Get your glue down. You could push this in, but sometimes those eyes fall out. Now you can use watercolors to give your insects some color. I really love those butterflies with the blue and black. So I can just go ahead, stir some water on my brush. Get some water on my brush, stir it in my watercolors. No digging, we don't want to get our brush having a bad hair day. If you get big piles of paint, just move it around on your Model Magic. Whenever you want to clean and change colors, go ahead, clean your brush. Do this purple abdomen. I like where my grooves are for my texture, because that watercolor is going to sit in there and be a little darker. Mix a little green in there. If you're mixing colors, keep in mind your color wheel and how not to get browns, unless you want brown. But if I have green and orange together, I'm going to be getting a little bit of a muddy critter. You can probably stick with like warm colors and cool colors. I'm try to get some thin lines with just the tip of my brush. I don't have too much water on either. There, and there is our Model Magic rainforest insect.